Theory Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which, of course, I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers of funny moments that'll happen in the episode. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 3, Episode 3. The title of this episode is called The Gothowitz Deviation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off with Penny making breakfast at Leonard and Sheldon's place. Early in the morning, Sheldon wakes up confused, wondering why Penny is there and probably annoyed based on the look he has. And Penny offers Sheldon French toast, but Sheldon says it's oatmeal day. And apparently we find out that Penny's bed broke. I guess her and Leonard were going at it pretty hard. So that's why she is at their place and not at her place. And then Leonard and Penny go away for a second or go in the living room, and Sheldon smells the French toast and says, "That does smell good, but too bad, it's oatmeal day," and dumps the French toast in the trash. Funny stuff there. While eating in the living room, the breakfast in the living room, Penny is about to take her plate into the kitchen and asks Sheldon if he's finished. Sheldon says, "Why, how thoughtful," and gives Penny a chocolate. Leonard asks, "What was that?" Howard shows up in Goth with Raj. Howard has tattoo sleeves on, as well as Raj. Sheldon says he's always wanted to go to a Goth nightclub. Howard says, "Really?" Sheldon says, "Bazinga!" That was a funny moment. And then Howard says he's going to go to Walgreens to get more eyeliner. And Leonard says they're going to get beat up at the nightclub that they're going to. And Penny says they're going to get beat up at Walgreens. Funny stuff there. This episode keeps making me laugh over and over again. Penny, for a second, sits in Sheldon's spot and quickly gets up it and says she almost sat in his spot. Well, technically she did. And Sheldon says he didn't even notice and offers Penny another chocolate. Penny is watching anime with Leonard and Sheldon. Fun stuff there. And then Penny starts talking a lot and then says, "Oops, I'm talking too much. Zip." And then Sheldon offers chocolate again. Leonard has a puzzled look on his face. Penny gets a call on her phone and answers it, but then says, "Let me take this in the hall." And because of that, Sheldon offers another chocolate. And then Leonard figures out what Sheldon's doing. He's giving Penny chocolate for positive reinforcement. Leonard says he can't train his girlfriend like a lab rat. And Sheldon says, "Well, turns out I can." And then Leonard says, "No." And he says there's just no pleasing Leonard. He says that Sheldon is actually forbidden to keep doing it. And Sheldon says, "Bad Leonard," while spraying Leonard with water. Fucking hilarious. That's one of the most funny things on Big Bang Theory that I've ever seen. That moment right there where Sheldon sprays Leonard with water. Howard and Raj are still talking to these two chicks at the club. It's kind of an afterthought, that moment. One talks a lot and the other one just says, "Yeah, me too. Not that anybody cares a lot." And then the chicks decide to go to a tattoo parlor with Howard and Raj. I think it was their idea. So at the last second, Howard chickens out of getting a tattoo and confesses his fraud of not really having tattoos and wearing tattoo sleeves. So the one main chick leaves, and then the other one also leaves and says, "Not that anybody cares," that she says like 4 times in the episode. I'm not really sure why she was saying that, like she's not the popular one. I don't know. And then Sheldon says he's going to turn in for the night and asks Penny if her and Leonard will keep the noise levels down. And Penny says, of course. And then Sheldon tosses her a chocolate that she catches in her mouth. Unbelievable, this episode. And then the episode ends with Howard and Raj driving home. And they're trying to think of what lie that they're going to tell everybody what happened. Are they going to have a threesome? Are they going to do this? Are they going to end up in the hot tub? But just a bunch of different scenarios that they're playing out on failure. And then they decide that they're going to go to, was it country night? I can't remember now what they said at the end. And Raj says, okay. So that's the end of the episode. This was a really funny episode. Funnier than what I remember it being. And I knew it was funny, but that part where Sheldon sprays Leonard with the water made me crack up. And just he keeps giving Penny chocolates, and Leonard has this confused look on his face. Excellent stuff. I love this episode. This might be at least the second best episode, if not the first one that I've seen so far in this rewatch. I know my favorite episode from what I remember is coming up in, I don't know, 5 more episodes. So we'll see if it's my favorite. But I'm going to give the episode a 9.6 out of 10. The character of the episode is Sheldon. And like I mentioned, my favorite moment of the episode is the part where Leonard gets sprayed with water by Sheldon. But a lot of the stuff was really funny when Penny says that they're going to get beat up at Walgreens. And when Sheldon dumps the toast in the garbage because it's oatmeal day. Funny ass episode in my opinion. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon or anything else that I do here on J-Devtv, which would be like UFC live fight reactions, The Walking Dead reviews, Dexter stuff that I do a lot of, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, anything like that, franchise ranking videos. And if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you smash that like button. That's the easiest way to support the channel without paying me money. Don't forget to share the video with anybody that you know that would be interested in this kind of stuff. Or if you want to share this on your social media platforms, that would be great. Make sure you sound off in the comments section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What would you score it? Who would be your character of the episode? And what would be your favorite moment of this episode? And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your name, support, and be a part of something special. And J-Dev